The Infinity Nikki team has been listening to player feedback and they are bringing a ton of new quality of life features to the 1.2 update. And they also put out some images teasing at other content that could be coming to the game. So let's take a look at everything they've posted and see what's coming to Infinity Nikki. So I've pulled up the post. This is on their website. It's called New Year, New Optimizations. They've also put out a new survey. Many of the things that they're including in the update are based on player feedback. So if there's anything that you still really want to see in the game, definitely fill out the survey because it seems like they are taking those suggestions and they seem to be really responding to player feedback, which I love to see. The first thing that they address is game performance on mobile devices. There are a ton of people who play Infinity Nikki on mobile, so it's good to see that they are continuing to optimize that and make sure that everyone who plays on mobile has a good experience. They talk about a few things specifically, like purifying orbs always miss their target even when aimed perfectly. This is something that happens to me and I play on PC and PlayStation, so I hope this means that they're improving the purification aiming system for everyone. I've had instances where I'm trying to purify Dew of Inspiration or target an enemy and I can't hit them even though they're highlighted. So I hope that this fixes that. Okay, next comes better whim cycle controls. I am terrible at using the whim cycle. In this post, they're talking specifically about the controls on mobile devices, but something that will apply to everyone is that you will no longer lose your whim cycle when you fall in the water. This is something I did the first time I ever got on the whim cycle. I drove it straight into the water and it disappeared and I had to go back and get another one. So that is really nice to see. And then even more exciting is you won't be limited to riding the whim cycle in Breezy Meadow. This is great. I would love to be able to take the whim cycle to other regions in Mirrorland. I would also like to be able to fast travel with it and not have to pick it up at another station. It would be great if I'm done exploring an area to be able to fast travel with the whim cycle. So we'll see if they bring that with it as well. Okay, something that a lot of people have been asking for, especially if they've played the previous Nikki games, is this outfit recommendation. So when you are doing a styling challenge for the Mirror Crown or for the factions, in order to pass, you are most likely just picking the pieces that have the most points. And now they're going to make it a lot easier to do that. They're introducing the high score outfit auto recommendation feature, which means that you will just be able to pick all of the top scoring pieces and you don't have to go through and pick them one by one. They've already fixed this a little bit by not having you have to compare accessories one by one, but this will make it even easier. I know some people probably want to pick out the outfit themselves, or maybe they're not trying to go for the most points. They actually want to make a good looking outfit. But if you're just trying to pass these challenges or get the rewards from the Mirror Crown, this is a really nice feature. This next one is something that I know a lot of people have asked for, and I have wanted this as well. They are now changing the material refresh times to be fixed at 4 a.m. or server time daily. And this is really great for people who play at different times of day so they can always collect materials that they need. So if we look at some of the materials that you can only collect once a day, like the Bibcoon fur, for example, mine is going to refresh in 23 hours and 26 minutes. I just collected it 30 minutes ago. But if I played tomorrow earlier than I played today, I still would not be able to collect the Bibcoon fur, even though it's the next day. So let's say you normally play right after work at 6 or 7 p.m., but then one day you can't do your dailies until 9 p.m. Now the next day, you're not going to be able to collect these things until 9 p.m. and you won't be able to collect them at the normal time that you play. So in this new update, everything is going to refresh at the same time. And now no matter what time you play, you'll be able to collect the materials that you need. And this just gives players a lot of flexibility. If their schedules change or they have something come up, they're not going to miss their dailies, which is very nice. Another one that I have complained about a lot is the optimization of precise tracking on the minimap. So it says they will be improved to address issues with unclear directions. And the way that this affects you in game. So if I look for a material that I do not have precise tracking on, so something that I have not collected enough to unlock precise tracking, like hair powder, for example, I'm one away from unlocking precise tracking. I can see that there is hair powder in this general area. And when I'm in the game, it shows up on my mini map with this little icon, and I know what direction to run in to find that hair powder. As I get closer, you can see this radius on the map telling me the general area I can find it in. and it is right here. I've never really had an issue without precise tracking being able to find something. So now that I've collected that, because I have precise tracking on, I cannot see which direction it is in on the mini map anymore. There is a lot of it over here, but it's not showing up on my mini map. Now, the way to get around that is to put down your own custom marker and then track that marker, because you can't track these individual little circles with the material that you're looking for. And now that marker is showing up on my mini map and I know which direction to go. So it actually makes it worse when you have precise tracking on. At least it makes it a little bit harder to find where you need to go. And I do not think that was the intention with this feature, because you need to unlock it and collect enough of something. It makes it seem like it's supposed to be better, and it actually feels worse. So I'm glad to see that they are changing that. You can see now I've gotten closer to my marker and I can see it on the map. So hopefully it just means that they add it back to the mini map so you don't have to be so close to it in order to see it. They're also adding some exciting updates to Momo's camera. So first, you'll be able to take photos while using the shrinking ability. I love that. I love the idea of being able to take photos with Momo. Right now, when you're in the shrinking ability, you can't use the camera, but they are also adding features like taking group photos with Momo and interactive poses. And this is one of the most exciting things to me. I would love to get more poses with Momo. I have all of these really cute cloaks and I would love to be able to take pictures with him. I've been really sad that he's the one taking the picture and he cannot be in the picture. It does say that these features are under development and will be introduced in future versions. So it doesn't sound like we're getting this in 1.2, but I guess we'll see when the patch notes come out. Then they are also adding S-Lane tracking. Once enabled, it will provide guidance to the locations of specific S-Lanes based on the drops that you need. That is really helpful, because if you look at a sketch that needs an S-Lane drop, like these tangled ribbon, there is no way for you to track where the S-Lanes are that you need to purify in order to get this material. But you can track other things like this whisker fish or essences. You're able to go to collections and find them on the map, but there's no tab for S-Lanes. So this will make it a lot easier to find the materials that you need to craft. This one also says it's under development. So again, I'm not sure we're going to see this in 1.2, but it's really good to know that they're working on it. Okay, and then lastly, they talk about more improvements to mobile devices. They're acknowledging that a lot of people are playing this on mobile and they want the game experience to be good for everyone. So it's really encouraging to see that they're continuing to improve this. So that's everything on the blog post on their website, but they also shared a lot of images before they posted this, teasing at some of these features and then other upcoming features. And the pictures are kind of cryptic, so I thought that we could look at them together. I don't know what all of them mean. I have taken a glance at some of them, but if you know what any of these are, please let me know in the comments. Starting with this one, they show 2 horses in the sky, some hot air balloons, and one that looks like it has antenna on it, a carousel, and then something on the water. I have no idea what any of this means. Maybe we'll be seeing a carousel that we can ride in a future event. The hot air balloons make me think of the balloon that you can ride in Flora Wish, but I don't know what these horses mean. Will we be able to ride horses? Please let me know what you think in the comments. Next, we have Momo with some fireworks. Momo and Nikki riding a cart. Maybe this means we'll be able to ride the cart outside of that one cutscene in Stoneville. We have Momo sitting. I think this is alluding to being able to sit as Momo when you're in the shrinking ability, and then maybe being able to take a photo with him in this pose. I've tried to sit on one of these and you can just stand on it, and then the only option you have is to take a screenshot. So I would love to see that. And then this is showing the fairy floating ability. Fairy floating has a special floating ability, but I've never used it because I thought it was difficult to use. You have to tap the jump button a lot to stay up. So maybe they're going to be changing that or improving it somehow. In the next one, they show S-Lanes. Maybe this is hinting at the S-Lane tracking feature. We have fireworks. Nikki covering her ears. There looks to be some kind of firecracker on the ground. That makes me think they're hinting at the Lunar New Year or Chinese New Year event that is probably coming out in 1.2 in February or late January. In the next one, they're showing Nikki using her purification ability, and they talked about purification optimization, so I think it has to do with that. Then there's Nikki going over some kind of bridge or maybe this is a rainbow. With the new miracle outfit, we did get the ability to conjure up a rainbow, but I can't really tell what's going on here. It looks like she's jumping over it or maybe going into the mountains. So maybe it's hinting at a new mountain region. And then I have no idea what this is. This symbol looks kind of familiar. I'm going to feel really dumb if all of you are telling me exactly what it is in the comments. This question mark sums up how I feel. I don't know what this means. Someone please tell me what this means. Then we have some lanterns, which makes me think of Chinese New Year, and some floating lanterns in the water. Maybe another reference to Lunar New Year. And then someone in some kind of traditional wear. I think all of these have to do with the Lunar New Year event, which I'm very excited about. I've heard that from other Nikki games. The Lunar New Year event was awesome and they had really great outfits and rewards. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. Okay, we're almost through the pictures. This one has some kind of campfire or bonfire. I have no idea what that means. Here is Nikki taking a group photo. Maybe they're adding more features to the group photos, which would be great to see. Oh, and here's the photo in an envelope. So maybe you'll be able to send photos to people or send them to your friends. I would love to see them expand on the multiplayer or co-op features. So this would be really great. And then we have Nikki sitting in a field. I know people have been asking for this a lot, that we get more sitting poses for Nikki outside of the few areas where you can sit down. There's a blanket that you can sit on in Floor Wish. I'm not sure if there are other things like that, but it would be great if you could just sit wherever you want as long as there's room and take photos. And I'd love seeing more things coming to the photo feature. Here we have someone with a sword and short hair, maybe Tanyo-yo, potentially. I don't know any character that looks like that. And then we have a Fey Wish sprite who honestly looks kind of like Paimon in this picture. Don't know what that's about. Here's Momo listening to music. He's got some headphones on. Maybe this means we're getting the soundtrack to streaming, or they're releasing the soundtrack somewhere, or you'll be able to manipulate the music somehow in game. And a bouquet of flowers with some lines coming out of it. I don't remember where this area is. The flowers look like the handheld from the Mirror Crown. No idea what that means. Okay, last one. We have a mobile device, so probably having to do with the mobile optimizations, and then some flower doodles. And I think this is referring to the fact that mobile users can't see as many flowers because of the graphics settings. So the title of this one is More Flowers, but more than just flowers. So maybe they're going to be adding some more detail to the mobile version of the game, which would be nice. And we have a doodle of the Whimsicle. So probably having to do with the improved Whimsicle controls, which I'm very, very excited about. So the last thing that was part of the update is that they did give us some mail with a new item, special gift, Light Me Up. This is a new 4-star hair accessory. Here is the new hair accessory. It is a light bulb, and the light bulb says Infold. I'm always happy to get new accessories. This one is kind of goofy. The category is cool. It is a 4-star. And then the tags are light and more light. And I think this is the only item with those tags. It's kind of funny how it's just sticking out of her head. There are Fey Wish sprites that have a light bulb accessory, and I thought that it looked cute and actually wanted one. So I'm happy to get this. I think it would be cool if it was on like a headband or something. Oh, yeah. Okay. So if you use this headband item, you can kind of make it look like it's attached to a headband. I don't really know how to use this item. I'm excited to see how other people style it. And I think there's a thinking pose, right? Now it can look like Nikki just had a really good idea. So this will make for some fun photos. I love getting more free accessories. I'm not going to complain. I will always take free items. So that is all the news we have about the 1.2 update. Please let me know what you think some of those doodles meant in the comments. I am so excited to see all of these features coming to the game. It is great to see that they are listening to player feedback, and I am so excited for the upcoming events. Tell me what you are most excited about, and I'll see you in the next video.